That's what makes it work.
How much you charge for that? Well, they send you the sneakers and I charge them 400. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I stay busy with everything.
So we got to work together to make it great. So I got to listen. It is go time. I hope it's go time for you. Membership or something for you to get in there?
Yeah, you have to.
I love the family over here on TikTok. So Grand Rising, everybody. Grand Rising. My name is Vet Green, and this is the Vet Green Show. I am also recording this. I'm over here live on TikTok. Hello, Lady Trucker. It's been a while, Lady Trucker. Hello, Ruthie. Hello, everybody. Hello, Grand Rising, everybody. Grand Rising. So come on in the room. Come on in the room. Hello, LaJana, Miss Williams, Juju, One Shop, and everybody out there in YouTube land. If you are watching me on Facebook, make sure you subscribe to our Green Links World Entertainment YouTube channel. That way you will be in the know of when we go live, not only over here on TikTok, but on YouTube and Facebook as well. Hit that bell when you hit that subscribe button, TJ Fox and Kim Evans. So there's some things that I wanted to talk to you all about. One of the things mainly is just dreaming big. You know, a lot of times we are afraid to dream big. I know I was at a point in my life where I didn't think that my dreams were possible because I was so busy just lifing, right? I had 6 kids. If you don't know my story, I had 6 kids. I raised 6 kids. And I was a mom. I was a wife. And that was much of what my life was. It was surrounded around. You know, I was a young mom, me being a teenage mom. Very quickly, I was pregnant at 16, 17, my first daughter, 19, my second and third daughter, and so on and so forth. So I didn't really have a time to dream because I had to raise these children. I felt, and I still feel like this, like kids are not asked to be here. They don't say, hey, mom, dad, bring me to this world. No, we make that conscious choice. My mama, Sister Green, always said there's way too much birth control out here for anybody to be saying like, oh, I got pregnant and I didn't know. No, if you out here sleeping without protection, then you know that that's a chance. So anywho, everybody raised my kids. And then, you know, life happens. And before I knew it, the marriage was no longer there. And if you know my story, I've been telling it for a while. I went through a transitional period because when you are used to a particular type of life, you're used to a particular way of being, it's kind of hard, right, Cheryl? It's kind of hard for us to let go of that way because it's like, oh, I've always been like that. Okay, Willie Hurd, I've always been like this. So I don't see myself not being this way. But God, y'all, you know, but God, we all have to go through a transitional period and allow ourselves to do that. And I was not allowing myself to do that. That's what my biggest challenge was, everybody. I was afraid of the new me. I didn't want to be that. I was like, wait a minute, I didn't sign up for any of this. Like, I didn't sign up for this. Why should my life change? Why should the vision of what I thought my life was going to be change, right? So I fought it. I fought it for 7 years, y'all. I fought it and I fought it and I fought it. And during that time, with me fighting, I gained a lot of experience, you know. With me being a teenage mom, I gained a lot of experience, which is what brings me here today, because I realized that in order to do what I need to do, right, because the Most High did not just get me up out of my mess so that my mess can become a message for no reason, right? I know that we are all purposely purposed, Gwendolyn. Every last one of us, we are purposely purposed to be what we are supposed to be in our own space, Danny Manny and Cindy Paulicky. We are purposely purposed to be who we are supposed to be in our own space. And sometimes you have trolls come up against you. Sometimes you have people come up against you. Sometimes, Eric Wilson, we have our loved ones come up against us. And it really doesn't have anything to do with us. right? It's really with that inner thing that they're fighting with, because I've been there myself. I've been in a place where I was fighting myself, fighting myself because I did not sign up to have this life, right? I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't sign up to be in the house raising 6 kids. I didn't sign up to be by myself. I didn't sign up for any of that. But what happened through all of that, y'all, I've been able to blossom because I started allowing myself to live and allowing myself to become, Mary. I allowed myself to become. And many of us, we fight that which we are supposed to be because we are too busy trying to hold on to who we think we should be. SoundCloud. I was too busy holding on to who I thought I was supposed to be, what my life was supposed to be, afraid to dream because at one time I had stopped dreaming. And I thought, like, as you get older, your dreams are supposed to be already manifested. And if you don't have it at a particular age, then it's never going to happen. Well, that was BS, y'all. It was BS. I didn't know that at that time, Ronald Turner. I didn't know that it was all BS. Like, you can be 80 years old and you can still be manifesting a life that you want to love to live. It does not matter. I found out, y'all, as long as you have blood and breath in your body, that means God said yes. But I had to come to that place in my life. And that's what I wish for everybody who touches anything that has to do with Green Links World Entertainment, anything that I am the face of, y'all. I am never going to tell anybody that you can't. I never want anybody to feel like you can't, like it's impossible, because as long as you have breath in your body, I promise you it's possible. The challenge y'all. The challenge truly is us realizing that it's possible and us removing anything that tells us that it's not, and not being afraid to say, you know what, it's not for me. Not being afraid to say, you know what, it is not for me, Doogie. This is not for me. Instead of breathing life into me, you want to deplete me, right? You're going to come across people that are like that. You're going to come across people who can't see the dream for themselves, so they will never tell you that the dream is possible for you. You're going to come across people like that. And I am here to tell everybody who is touching this live today, or if you are watching this, because I'm recording this for YouTube and Facebook, if you are watching this replay, do not let anybody tell you that you cannot. As long as the Most High woke you up, it is possible. It's possible. Okay, Plug It and Tony. Again, the challenge is you believing that it is possible. That is my biggest challenge, everybody. It is nothing outside of me, because the Lord knows that I am in a space where it is not about what anybody tells me. And I thank God for that. But I understand that it took me a long time to get in this space where you can't just tell me nothing. It took me a while to get to a place where you can't just tell me anything about who I am. I know who I am. The human side of me sometimes, well, that ear might peek up and be like, I knew that about me. I knew that there were some things that I needed to fix. And you saying it just reminded me of that. And sometimes those things pinch. But listen, y'all, don't let that hold you back. Do not let that hold you back. Don't let them little hold you back from what you are destined to be. Queen Veronica, because there's a lot of people out here hurting. There's so many people out here hurting, and some people cannot take their hurt and help it manifest them into their dreams. They don't know how. They may act like they do, but they don't know how. So they want you to not pursue your dreams. They want you to stop dreaming, right? I thought because I had these kids that I wasn't able to dream anymore. I didn't know what I know now. Now that I know, I'm telling all of you out there raising kids and families out there, continue to dream. Like, don't forget about you. I'm telling you from what I've learned. Do not forget about you. Because when I didn't have this life that I thought that my life was supposed to be, y'all, I fell apart. I literally fell apart. And it took me some time to put myself back together. But now that I am I'm whole. You know what I mean? Do I have some things that I have to work on? Absolutely. Exactly. Cling to goodness. You need you. Yes, you need you. And I didn't know that as I was raising my kids. I was so intent on my children not becoming a statistic. Like that was my thing, because as a Black woman living in the projects at one point, with my children, I was a teenage mom. Their dad had gone to jail. I mean, we had so many things up against us, right? Cling to God and said, I'm learning as well. And be open to learning, right? Be open to learning. We had so many things against us. 3 sons, 3 daughters. The statistics said, oh, your daughters are going to be teenage moms. Your sons are going to be going to jail before they turn 18. All of these statistics were against us. And I was like, oh, not mine. So that was my focus. And I forgot to continue to dream. So it took me a while. Here I am at 49 getting it together, but you may be at a different age. You may be 59, 69. You may be 29, whatever your age is. The point is, do not be afraid to dream. And don't let nobody tell you that it is something wrong with dreaming, y'all. Don't let nobody tell you that you can never do anything, okay? Don't let nobody do that to you. Don't let nobody come against what you and God has going on. You know what I mean? Because people will. This man, y'all, as I am growing in my own business, I am learning that, you will, as you are growing, everybody, you are going to meet people who are hurting in their own way, who have been traumatized in their life. And because of that, they actually wear their trauma. They wear their trauma. Cling to goodness says, still living through them. Oh, yes. Right. Grand Rising, Jeanette Banner. You will come across people who their armor is the first, their trauma is the first thing you meet. And you can't even get to know the person inside because they have this body of armor on them that is just pushing you away. And there's nothing you can do about that. There's some people who will never, ever overcome that thing that they went through. They're going to hold it. And because they're holding on to it, it's going to fester like a cancer. And you'll see it as their social media presence or their digital presence comes in and collides with yours. That's where you get the trolls. You get the people who want to bring you down. And that's why God saved me, because God, the Most High said, you're going to meet those trolls and you need to show everybody what it looks like to tell these trolls, go to hell. Period. Like, we're not doing that over here. We are not doing that over there. So many people are hurting, but you hurt people, yeah, but it is your responsibility to fix yourself. It is your responsibility. Thank you, Cling to Goodness. I am so tired of just people just broken. Your brokenness is hurting everybody. You want to lash out on everybody else because your life wasn't perfect. Well, I don't know if you got the memo, but nobody's life was perfect. None of our lives were perfect. Even the richest of the rich, their lives are not perfect. Nobody's life is perfect. If you are having a human experience, you are going to be met with some challenges. That is a part of life. It's what you do when you meet those challenges that matter. All right. Hurting other people is just going to bring that same hurt to you. Like, karma is real, everybody. Thank you, Cling to Goodness. Karma is real. And the more you realize that, the more, y'all, I realized that. I had to stop saying never, right? I had to stop saying never, because you never know how God is going to humble you. You never know how God is going to humble you. So those that you are sitting there trying to bring down and talking about, y'all, let me sip on my ice water. I'm just saying, y'all. Well, I wanted to get into a discussion about Angie Stone, everybody. Rest in peace to her. Jira, Grand Rising, rest in peace to her. This story, y'all, I had put a question on my YouTube, and this was a discussion that me and my guy had, and the question was, does it seem like we lose our greats at the beginning and the end of year, or is it that is the Most High calling the greats home, saying job well done? That was one of the questions. And then, the third thing is the conspiracy theories that they have surrounding some of these untimely deaths. Like, I'm going to play a video, and make sure if you have not, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube page. If you're over here on TikTok, that way you can see the full picture of the podcast. So I want to play a little bit of something that I saw when I was doing my due diligence here. Let me get into this.
My royalties, my mechanicals, they have all pretty much been stolen. After 40 something years in the business, I'm like, where are my royalties going? Because I'm not getting this. Come to find out, Universal Music has been receiving all my royalties, all my mechanicals. They've taken pretty much everything. They've stolen, I won't say stolen, but they have taken all the monies that were due to me. They have basically absorbed in that company, even though there's several class action lawsuits, people that were working on my behalf never even registered the songs. All the songs that I've done, I'm only coming to find out they were not properly registered by the companies that I signed over to, people that were supposed to do their due diligence. So I am truly a walking testimony that God has carried me all this time, because if you only knew how much money they have taken from me, how much they have stolen from me, monies that I'm supposed to be, I should have been able to retire 20 years ago with the money I've made. So I'm just here to let you know, one way or the other, Universal Music, you're going to have to give up my coins. And so what I'm doing now is whatever is necessary to make sure they pay me for the legacy of my life, for my children and my grandchildren. They're going to have to give me my money.
Shout out to Stan. Y'all, the more I deep dive into what really goes on behind the scenes in this music and entertainment industry, it is scary. It's the same story over and over. No coincidence, right? Cling to goodness, isn't it? It seems very, very. Now, this, I believe she made that back in September. I believe she made that back in September. Y'all. So in the months leading to her untimely death, Angie Stone openly criticized the music industry, particularly targeting UMG Music Group for mishandling her royalties and mechanical rights. Now, I just played a portion of that. In a video posted online, which I just played, she expressed her frustration over not receiving payments despite her extensive career, stating after 40-something years in business, where are my royalties going, y'all? A lot of times, people, we all know that we come from these backgrounds where, man, you know, $1,000, an extra $1,000 can make a huge difference in the way we live. And you know, back in the days, we weren't as privy to the information as we are now. You know, she's been doing this for years, and yes, she should have been able to retire. A lot of the people that we love signed horrible deals. Horrible deals. Prince talked about it. You know, Michael Jackson talked about it. You know, and look at where they are now. Now, I am not a conspiracy theorist, but I am somebody who has to look at things from, you know, a different perspective. I can't just be closed mind about things. That's just not how the Most High built me. I just can't be. I have to look at things the way they are. And it's like, man, right, cling to goodness, patterns. There's definitely some patterns here. So Miss Angie Stone had alleged that UMG had been collecting her royalties without proper distribution, saying they've taken pretty much everything. They've stolen. Well, she said she didn't want to say stolen. She said that in a thing. But there's monies that were due to her that she did not get. Despite those challenges, Stone remained resilient, attributing her perseverance to her faith. You know, you got to believe in something, y'all. Please believe in something bigger than you, because in this world, you have to have a belief in something bigger than you, because you are going to be met with a lot of people who are going to try and take advantage of you, people who are going to think that you are not who the Most High told you are. You are going to come against people who do not mean the best for you. And you have to have your armor on, and the good armor, that armor of God, okay? She said that given her earnings, she should have been able to retire 2 decades ago. And she should have been. It just seems weird. I said the same thing when this Puffy, and listen, y'all, I am not saying that Puffy did not do the stuff that he did. What I said on the Morning Show podcast is that it is very weird that all of this stuff is coming out now once he put that the suit he had against the French people with the liquor company. Y'all, like, there's some patterns to that. There's patterns, like, people. One of the reasons why we here in America are possibly facing World War III, we go get into that as well, because Roland Martin, I love Roland Martin, Black Star Network, because they break things down for me so I can understand what's going on in this world from people who look like me. Okay. Roland Martin does that, and the people that are on that network with him, and they had a lot to say. But anywho, everybody, darn, I lost my train of thought that quick. I just want to make sure that we are all just aware, of what's going on in this world, because it's, man, y'all, you'd be surprised. Like, once I started getting that veil of pain from my eyes, Ms. Bemp, once I started taking care of me, and once I started revealing that I have potential, that, yeah, that your life may not have been perfect, but you still have life, which means that you have the ability to manifest this life that you're going to love to live. Once I started doing that, things started being revealed to me, and I started seeing the world the way it really is. Not this world, masked with my pain, because there's a difference. There's a difference between living, and there's a difference between living dead, right? I was part of the Walking Dead crew. I was a part of the Walking Dead crew for a very long time. I talked about it. I don't want to be a part of the Walking Dead crew. Okay, cling to goodness. I want to be a part of the crew that's living. Okay, living full out. And as I continue to live full out, I am discovering that, this world is a beautiful, beautiful rainbow. And right now, people are fighting because they want it to remain black and white. But that is not really what this world is. This world is a beautiful rainbow. And the fight is because they just want it to be black and white. And some people don't even want the black in there, if we're being honest. They just want it to be white. That's what a lot of this fight is, y'all. That's what a lot of this fight is. So I want to get into President Zelensky and President Trump. And what happened in that office was just cray-cray, y'all. Divine risings to you too, Lady Blue. Divine risings to you as well. And everybody out there joining me, I appreciate you all for tuning in. I do. I want to go into y'all, this do you all think that we are headed to or already a part of this World War? I really want to know, what are your thoughts on, hang on 1 second. I want to know your thoughts on President Zelensky, Trump. Because they got into it. It was heated. It was heated, y'all. Let me see if this is a good one. Let me see, everybody. Someone has sent it to me. I got a lot of these messages. Let me see if this is the one. No. So I want to know your thoughts on President Zelensky and what happened. Let me share my screen. Hopefully this is the one.
Align yourself too much with Putin.
You want me to say really terrible things about Putin and then say, hi, Vladimir, how are we doing on the deal? That doesn't work that way. I'm not aligned with Putin.
For 4 years in the United States of America, we had a president who stood up at press conferences and talked tough about Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace And the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy.
He broken this ceasefire. He killed our people, and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about?
With respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring it into this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
Do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't
God
know
bless.
that.
You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering on this
position to
question.
dictate that.
That's exactly
Remember
what
this.
you're doing.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very
You will
good.
feel influence.
We're going to feel very
I'm
good and
telling
very
you,
strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed
From the
yourself
very-
to be in a
from
very
the very
bad position,
beginning
and he
of the
happens
war.
to be right about
From the
it.
very beginning of the war.
You're not in a
Mr.
good
Brown,
position.
I
You don't
was-
have the cards right now.
Yes.
You're
I'm
gambling
the
with the
president
lives
in
of
war.
millions of people.
You think
You're gambling with World War III.
What do you
That's
think?
where I'm
You're
going to stop. That's where I'm going to stop, everybody. Because I feel like it's our president that is gambling with World War III. I feel like it's our president right now. And, you know, Trump, one thing I can say, Trump did not lie about what he was planning on doing. He didn't. And listen, who, y'all? Are we paying attention? Are we paying attention? Because we are talking about people are not just going to the army like they were before. People aren't just enlisting like they were before. And if that's not happening, what do we think is going to happen? We're talking drafts and all of that. And this is not even our war. We have a war here in America. Poverty. Y'all, like it is a serious war here in America where the price of eggs are like $9. What are we doing? That is my question. That right there, if you watch the entire thing, that was scary to me. That is scary to me because that right there, you see what President Donald Trump is saying. He's pretty much he's bullying this man. He's bullying this man. And then they went as far to talk about his clothing. This man is wearing clothes because his country is at war right now. And he's supposed to be in a Tom Ford suit. Are you kidding me? What are we talking about? And then what is this thing that was supposed to have been signed anyways? You know, they didn't even talk about that. What does that mean? What minerals are needed? What are we talking about, y'all? What are we talking about? So as I am building out my business, as I am building out Green Links World Entertainment, it's like, what do I really want to bring to the people? I want you all to just be aware of what's going on. I want you to be aware and I want you to be entertained. And I want you to take that you can be anything that you want to be, y'all. But what we need to be fighting against is hate. That's what we need to be fighting against. I am not in politics, but I am a human being. And I know people that's hurting right now. I know people that are really, really struggling just to make ends meet. I talked last week where I had went to the doctor's office and the mom, she's a nurse. And you would think that, oh, nurses make pretty good money. Not when you're a single mom raising 2 kids. All right. $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 is not what it used to be. It's not. This mom told me out of her mouth, she feeds her kids and she eats Kraft macaroni and cheese, the kind that you get like 3 for $99. Like it's real out here, everybody. And if it's like this now, imagine what it's going to be. So make sure when those local elections come up, y'all out there. Make sure when these local elections come up that you are out there because things are really about to get real. I don't know what it's going to look like. I do not know what it's going to look like. Crystal Davis, Dr. DJ, Dr. Chef. I do not know what it's going to look like. But what I do know, y'all, is that the American people right now, we need each other more than y'all think. Okay, let that hate and all of that other stuff go out the door. Out the door. Because when you have a government that's getting rid of their own, that's scary to me. That's scary to me. We have right now here in New York State, we have correctional officers fighting just for y'all. You know, people have their feelings about this correctional officer strike, you know, but at the end of the day, if you know correctional officers, you have any in your family, then you know that it is not a pretty position. Yeah, you get money, you can definitely pull yourself out of poverty, right? Clean to goodness, you can definitely pull yourself out of poverty, but they are really working under some serious conditions. You know, just like in the healthcare field. We talked about on the morning show podcast that the nurse who unlifed herself. You know, a lot of these jobs that you think that just because it's pulling people out of poverty, it comes with a price. It comes with a price. People are working these jobs to try and get themselves out of, you know, that life of where you can't go to buy your child just the simplest things, you know, just the simplest things. But it comes with the price, and, you know, some of them may lose their jobs, but I know people who are working like over 30 hours, Y'all, there's 24 hours in a day. How are you mentally supposed to handle that in a long-term, you know, on a long-term basis? You can't. So I feel bad for these people, and I just, y'all, you can't write clean to goodness. You can't. It's impossible. It is impossible to maintain that on a long-term basis. You are going to start being affected mentally, physically, emotionally. That's why so many people are struggling right now. That's why so many people that I look up to, so many people that I look to for guidance and stuff, everybody's struggling. When my doctor told me that day, she's calling me to see how I am, and we're having a conversation, and she tells me she's struggling. Yeah, right? Clean to goodness said I tried it. It put me in the hospital. Exactly, y'all. Exactly. So I actually named this particular episode "How I Capture My Day When Depression is Creeping In." That's the title of this particular episode. And I want to just say that music really helps me a lot. Music helps me get into that space where I'm like, whoo. You know, maybe it's a word, I don't know, whatever it is, it always helps me. So if you are somebody who have been struggling lately, because a lot of us are, if that is you, you know, put on some good music to uplift you, to get you out of that space where you are just like blah, because I know how it can be. So I want to play one of my a song that has definitely been uplifting me. It's by a artist. He is he's not really country, but he does country music with a twist. I had the honor of interviewing him Friday on my show. So make sure, if you have not, check out that episode that I did with Tyler Truth over on Green Links Road Entertainment. And this song has definitely been lifting my spirits up. And it's called Long Road, and it's by Tyler Truth, everybody. So I'm going to play some of that, and I will be right back.
Yeah. They call me Tyler Truth, the city country boy. Why is that? Let me tell you. So I grew up on the south side of Chicago, Illinois. The Wild Hunters. Yeah. And when I was 17, I moved out to Indiana, the real country. So, city country boy. It's been a long road coming where I'm from. Wasn't on a farm, still I got it out the mud. Yeah, I had to run it one time for the race. When the city boy, yeah, that's where my heart's at. It's been a long road coming where I'm from. Wasn't on a farm, still I got it out the mud. Yeah, I had to run it one time for the race. When the city boy, yeah, that's where my heart's at. Yeah, I grew up in the city running wild. On the corner with my boys selling pound after pound. Wasn't worried about the law, we was trying to get rich. Like college football, every play had a pitch. Just young and dumb trying to be men. Didn't know the meaning of the word back then. Always in some trouble, wasn't worried about roots. Honestly surprised I even made it through school. We stayed racked up on the block with the strap tucked. Fire marshal bill, show you something if you act up. Burning down trees, Smokey Bear would be mad. Young and wild probably was the best time I ever had. It's been a long road coming where I'm from. Wasn't on a farm, still I got it out the mud. Yeah, I had to run it one time for the rack. Any city boy, yeah, that's where my heart's at. It's been a long road coming where I'm from. Wasn't on a farm, still I got it out the mud. Yeah, I had to run it one time for the rack. In the city boy, yeah, that's where my heart's at. Ran from my city, throw it up, we did it from out of the mud, counting up a million. They calling me Billy, it felt kinda strange. I came in the game and created a lane, and now I'm on top of the world. Feeling like a King Martin, had a dream, so that oh my God. Got me feeling like Obi-Wan, from the bottom to living life with a star. Yeah, we finally made it, not famous, but I'm making my name, yeah. Getting paid, yeah, going state to state, yeah. Gotta scream my name, man. Good to know they love the music, cause I love it too. Cause I don't do it for the money, I do it for you. It's what I love, it's in my blood, and that's the honest truth. I start producing, get to writing, then I hit the booth. I give my blood, sweat, and my tears in every song I do. So if you out here chasing dreams, this one here's for you. It's been a long road coming where I'm from. Wasn't on a farm, still I got it out the mud. Yeah, I had to run it one time for the rack. Any city boy, yeah, that's where my heart's at. It's been a long road coming where I'm from. Wasn't on a farm, still I got it out the mud. Yeah, I had to run it one time for the rack. In the city boy, yeah, that's where my heart's at.
Yes, y'all. Yes. Tell me Tyler Truth.
Yeah.
Okay.
They call me Tyler.
Tell me Tyler Truth is not the truth. You got to go down the rabbit hole of his music. Tyler Truth is definitely going to be someone that y'all hear more about. He has over 180 something shows that he's already done, has not even been doing this too long. His story is phenomenal. Sometimes we have to put our dreams on hold, y'all, and that we do that selflessly, right? Some of us, we do that selflessly, not even realizing that, in some instances we hurt ourselves because you never picked that dream back up. But for those of you who are picking your dreams back up, just know, man, watch that interview that I did with Tyler Truth. We even had some technical difficulties, y'all, during that interview. And at first I was going to take it out, but then I was like, no, because people need to see what really goes on. People really need to see what really goes on and not take yourself so seriously that you be so afraid to just make a mistake that you don't even start, right? You be so afraid to make a mistake that you don't even start. I know people out there right now that's just, we get in our own way. We get in our own way, and I refuse to let anybody make me believe that, I am not destined to be something great, because I know I am. I know I am. And I want you to know that you are as well. Whatever that looks like for you, just step into that. Don't try and be like Vet. Don't try and be like Clean to Goodness. Don't try and be like Michael Coleman. Be like you. Be like you. When I started allowing myself to be me and not letting anybody try to put a cap on me, y'all, I promise you, I feel so much more peaceful, because I'm not trying to be something that I'm not. I'm just going to be me and be me unapologetically. And when I start doing that, y'all, my life started looking better. I started waking up, happy to be alive, grateful to be here. That it comes with the process. It comes with the process, y'all. Just allow yourself to get in that process and don't back out. Don't back out, Shirley Walker. Don't back out, anybody that's listening right now. Do not back out of your process, because the moment you back out, that's where you get the loss, and the loss where you just quit. That's where those bad losses come. For me, a L is just a lesson. Is a lesson, right? Glory to God, Cling to Goodness. Man, I woke up this morning. I was so frustrated, y'all. I'm not even going to lie. I was so frustrated. And I got on YouTube because I knew I had to capture my morning. I knew I had to capture my morning, whether that was with music, a motivational video, whatever. I started doing my research for my show, and I still was not feeling, I still was not all the way there. Lo and behold, one of my favorite YouTubers was on, Funky Dineva, y'all. And it took a troll to get on there to try and bring him down, to make me want to spring to action, because I'm forever in mama mode, y'all. I'm forever in mama mode. That is not a hat that I take off. And when I feel like somebody is being picked on or somebody is being hated on, even in my own, me trying to capture my morning, I spring into action. And that instantly pumped me up because I was dealing with my own stuff. I was already dealing with my own stuff. Big shout out to Big Mike, because Lord knows, Lord knows that man. God answered that call for me. God sure answered that call for me, because I prayed long and hard for somebody just to see me for me. Love me, love who you see, but also love what's inside of me, who is Vet Green. You know what I mean? And I prayed hard for this man. And Lord knows that, when I be ready to fall, he definitely picks me up. And so as I was going through my stuff and, he healing me, I'm like, man, I got to spring to action, because there's so many people out there that's just hurt. And that's why I opened it up with, like, don't let these hurt people bring you down. And I'm talking to myself as well. Don't let these hurt people bring you down, because there's always going to be some trolls out there. I had a troll come out a couple of weeks ago, and try and tear me down, talking about my hair, talking about my weight, all types of stuff. And just happened to get me in on one of those days where I was in my overflow. You know what I mean? I was in my overflow. So come on with it. Come on with it. Just know that you are purposely purposed. You are purposely purposed. I don't care what anybody try and tell you. You are purposely purposed. And many of us are purposely purposed for a time like this, where people are really hurting. And those of us who are purposely purposed for a time like this, where we are supposed to bring people out of their hurt, or help people manifest this life that they are going to love, we are definitely feeling it right now. If you are an empath, you are feeling it right now, because you are feeling the weight of what the world is experiencing right now. I know how that feels. So I just want to encourage all of us too, that when you need to self-care, pull back for a moment. Sometimes I have to pull back from social media, because there's a lot of energy on here. And other times, like today, it actually fulfilled me. It helped me get into my overflow so that I can do what I'm supposed to do and combat them haters. Combat them haters. Yeah, I'm up under these lights, if y'all don't know. And I got my window open. And as you can see, the hot flashes are real at a certain age, y'all. I'm a woman of 49, and the hot flashes are real. So anywho, everybody, I'm glad that I got on this morning, and y'all make sure y'all go give Funky Dineva some love, because there's always a hater out there. Okay. It's always a hater out there. Funky got to know that what he did when he left Fox Soul. Okay. And this is to anybody out there building a business. Okay. What Funky did for a lot of us YouTubers out there is he showed us that you don't need a major network. You don't need a major network. You just got to bet on yourself. And that's what I have been doing. When I seen what he did, and he stood 10 toes down and still standing 10 toes down, built his own studio. That is progress, y'all. We need to see more of that, because that is inspirational. Oh, God bless. To God be the glory. Cling to goodness. To God be the glory. I'm telling you. So y'all make sure y'all going over there and tell Funky Dineva that Vet Green sent him some love from all of y'all, and to keep on growing, because there's people out here that need to see representation. We need to see Funky Dinevas. We need to see Make It Make Senses. We need to see Roland Martin. We need to see that. We need to see that in order to know that it is possible for us. Okay. What Roland Martin is doing over there makes it possible for us to do what we do. Now, we may not be doing what Roland Martin is doing, because Roland Martin he came from CNN and all of that, y'all. But he's still doing what he's supposed to do in his space. You get what I'm saying, y'all? So why would we want to tear that down? But you have some people who hurt and that do. Y'all, that is not what you go get over here. It's not. That is not what you are going to get over here. You are going to get inspiration over here. Hello, my baby. That's my oldest. She the one made me a mama, y'all. That's my oldest joining me this morning. My bestest friend ever. Yeah, y'all. We got some stories. We grew up together. We grew up together. That's my baby. Yeah. So y'all just know that the haters are going to hate. All right, the haters are going to hate. All right. The haters go hate, baby. But it is imperative that we do not let that hate sneak into our heads and make us think less of ourselves. The moment you get out your own way, you will see the vision. Just get out your own way, y'all. I promise you, get out your own way. Get out your own way, right? The YouTube channel is Green Links World Entertainment, Clean to Goodness. You can actually get it from my link. There's a link in my TikTok. I know they show the Lemonade link first, but the YouTube link is there. It's right in my bio, right on my page, right here on TikTok. You can get to it right on my page, everybody. And I hope that you do subscribe so that you can see the entire podcast. And make sure you check out the show that I did with Tyler Truth. And we also, listen, y'all, we also have, I hope I have the banner in here. On Sundays, over on Green Links World Entertainment, everybody, we have a Brag on Me podcast, a new show that started. Compliments of my bro Franklin, who is also the marketing manager over here on Green Links World Entertainment. Brag on me. We want to brag on people who are out here, just regular people, businesses. You can be a hairstylist. You can be a mom just doing the doggone thing. Oh, thank you so much, Clean to Goodness. I appreciate you, love. You can be a mom just doing the darn thing. We want to brag on you. So if you know somebody and would not like to nominate them, make sure you head on over to Green Links World Entertainment, subscribe to the channel, and hashtag brag on me. Let me put it here in the comments. You want to hashtag brag on me. Oh, can I put it in the comments, y'all? Oh, God. Hashtag brag on me. I'm recording this, so I don't have the ability to do certain things. Hashtag brag on me, and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Now, you can also send me an email at vetgreen76. I believe my email is also on my social media. Just make sure you're following me on social media. VetGreen over on Instagram as well as Facebook. Send me a message. Say you want to brag on somebody, or you can send it to vetgreen76@gmail.com. It's VETTEGREEN76@gmail.com. In the subject line, make sure you put brag on me. Let us know who we are supposed to be bragging on. Like I said, we are looking to brag on any regular schmegular people who you know are out here doing an awesome job, just being a human being. Just being a human being. Because you need to get your flowers while you are here, right? My bro Franklin did 2 shows yesterday, brag on me, bragging on a woman who has been supporting Green Links World Entertainment for a while. We don't even know each other in the physical. We met each other right here digitally, but her support has been phenomenal. So we want to brag on those people. We want to brag on those people who are supporting just because, right? Love the segment on Brag on Me yesterday. I got a lot of great feedback about that. A lot of great feedback about the Brag on Me podcast. I'm super duper happy for my bro Franklin, because his heart is definitely in a great place. And he really just wants people to win. He sometimes get frustrated. I sometimes get frustrated, because we know what it looks like to, work hard for something. And some people, you say you want it, but then you don't want to take it seriously. You want the fame and the fortune, but you want to put it in the microwave. And you forget that if you put it in the microwave, you forget the entire process that goes along with that, when you're baking a cake. Yeah, who in here baking a cake in the microwave? Like, there's a reason why you don't hear about people baking cakes in microwaves, because it's not going to work. It's not going to be the same. There's a whole process that you have to go through, grow through, in order to maintain that dream that you are manifesting right now, right? So we want to brag on those people who we know are out there in the grind, who we know are out there doing the work, aren't out here just playing games, taking it as a hobby. We want to talk to you guys and we want to give you your flowers. So make sure you tune in every Sunday starting at 1 p.m. on Green Links World Entertainment for the Brag on Me podcast. We want to brag on all of you, everybody. So I am going to end this with Tyler Truth. I love y'all, long life. I love y'all for joining me over here on TikTok, and everybody who is watching this on YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button, like, share. This is the way we build, everybody. I promise you, it costs nothing to subscribe. It is not going to cost you anything but a little bit of time to head on over to Green Links World Entertainment and subscribe to our channel. This is how you grow. You hitting that like button, you are going to get something right back. That's how the Lord works. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So love y'all, long life. This is Tyler Truth, Long Road, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful on purpose, because you can.
The city country boy. Why is that? Let me tell you. So I grew up on the south side of Chicago, Illinois. The Wild Hunters. Yeah. And when I was 17, I moved out to Indiana, the real country. So, city country boy. It's been a long road coming where I'm from. Wasn't on a farm, still I got it out the mud. Yeah, I had to run it one time for the rack. When the city boy, yeah, that's where my heart's at. It's been a long road coming where I'm from. Wasn't on a farm, still I got it out the mud. Yeah, I had to run it one time for the rack. When the city boy, yeah, that's where my heart's at. Yeah, I grew up in the city running wild. On the corner with my boys selling pound after pound. Wasn't worried about the law, we was trying to get rich. Like college football, every play had a pitch. Just young and dumb, trying to be men. Didn't know the meaning of the word back then. Always in some trouble, wasn't worried about roots. Honestly surprised I even made it through school. We stayed racked up on the block with the strap tucked. Fire marshal bill, show you something if you act up.
This is a Green Links Media production. Thank you for watching. Subscribe now and hit the bell to be reminded